Hey guys, it's Legendary. I hope you're doing well today. Now, this video is going to talk about the 8.3 questline with Wrathion and Magni to get the Legendary Cloak for yourself. And it's quite a long questline, so I'm going to just quickly detail to you what you need to do, what is involved, and it's roughly going to take you about an hour and a half, maybe two and a half hours to do this, depending on how fast you are. There's quite a lot of traveling involved. You do need to do one of the new invasions, so it depends if they're always up or not. Currently on the PTR they are. And there should always be at least one up at a time, because wherever the N'Zoth is invading currently, that's where the entrance to the new raid was going to be. So there should always be one of these up. I do of course need to say that this video will contain a lot of spoilers for the storyline in 8.3, so if you don't want to see that yet, don't watch this video. But thank you for checking it out. So you need to do an invasion, and you're going to need to do a few scenarios, a couple with Magni and one with Wrathion. So let's jump into what happens. So basically you get a quest as soon as 8.3 starts anyway, to go and see Magni, and he'll tell you about invasions and what to do with that. So once you've done that one, then you'll get on this quest line. So you get summoned to the Chamber of Heart again, and Magni's got this masterful plan where basically he wants you to empty your pockets of all the Azrite you've gathered. Nah, I'm just kidding. He basically wants to go and help power up the Heartforge, basically. So in the fight against N'Zoth, because he's aware that things are going pretty tits up. So he asks you to go with him to Mogushan Vaults, which is going to be totally fine. It isn't fine at all. It's been assaulted by the Mantid, who have sealed off the entrance with honeycomb, which tastes quite nice. And this Mogu from this mysterious clan that we're not aware of is trying to defend it. In his last dying breath, he asks you to find his clan, so which we of course do. Now, as Magni rightfully says, it's story time. We need to head back to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms to speak to our old buddy, Lorewalker Cho. So after a few bedtime stories and a nice hot glass of milk, we discover that this guy is from the Rajani clan, led by Highkeeper Ra. So we go and find out where they're hiding out. So they've got themselves a nice little camp in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, which is newly restored, so drink all that beautiful glory in as you're flying over there. We get a little bit of an awkward greeting where Magni has to kind of flex his guns and be like, don't talk to me like that, Sonny Jim. I am the Speaker of Azeroth. And they're like, okay mate, come on through. So we go in there, we see Highkeeper Ra, who's a little bit miserable. He's kind of lost hope in this fight against the All Gods and all this business. So we need to prove him wrong. That's the next step. So he asks us basically, alright then, if you're so big and tough, go and repel this invasion and bring me back proof that you've kicked the general's ass. So that's what we do. So here's where you need to complete the first invasion in this questline. So as I said before, there should always be one available in both zones. That's how it's been on the PTR for a long time. But given it's the PTR, that might just be for testing purposes, so that whenever people log on, they've always got access to it to test it. As I also said, there should always be at least one active, because wherever N'Zoth is invading, that's where the entrance to the raid will be. Ny'alotha. So you should be able to just get this quest and go and do the invasion in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms straight away. If you've already been a bit speedy and you've already done the invasion, you're thinking, oh no, I need to kill the quest boss at the end, I've already done it, am I going to get loot? What I would suggest is that you try it, because that quest mob is always going to be there if you've completed the invasion or not, as long as the invasion is active. So go and try and kill it again. If you don't get loot, unfortunately you probably will have to wait till the next invasion has changed, and if you look on the map it'll tell you when it's time for the invasion to switch over, so it shouldn't be too bad. Once you've completed the invasion, or if you're like me, just flown around and clicked a lot of electric torch things and not actually really killed anybody or done anything to repel the invasion, and you've killed that boss, take the proof of the kill to Highkeeper Ra, who's kind of like, yeah, okay, fair enough, I oblige, you're alright. Here's what to do next. So then you go on a scenario quest with Magni, whose DPS is pretty sick, by the way. Those hammers mean business. He has been practicing his skills, and you can tell he's been quite bored, because as soon as he gets a chance to smash your face, he smashes that face. He like two-shots things. So just basically take a little nap, let Magni do all the work, it's fine. This scenario really isn't anything special, but it kind of gets interesting at the end when you realise that the Old Gods have basically been throwing a weird slumber party in the vault. So you give them a good old-fashioned telling off and tidy up all the tentacles and eyeballs that they left all over the floors. Disgusting. Next you go down to the engine, and if, unlike me, you don't get fooled by this fake floor and just fall straight through in a heroic fail, you defeat Mr. Long Eye Boy and successfully reroute the power of the engine of Nalak Shah to the Chamber of the Heart. Win-win. You're doing well. So Highkeeper Ra hears of this and is like, wow mate, you were doing a fantastic job, you know what, there is hope after all. So he gives you a new essence for your Heart of Azeroth, which may or may not be useful to you. Once you've done that, he's then like, okay, this heart chamber you speak of seems pretty cool, can I come and have a look? And you're like, yes mate, come over, and he gets a little portal and happy days. So once we're all there, Highkeeper Raz's like, yep, pretty cool, see what you got going on here. Magni asks Mother to reroute the power to the heart chamber, but something is kind of going wrong. So there's a disturbance in the force. So Magni's like, we need to go and investigate. Wrathion's all like, let me know what it is, I'm curious, I kind of know already, but let me know anyway. So you basically go there, you narrowly avoid getting squashed, and Mother helps you out by teleporting you away. You end up finding out what's causing the problem at the forge, and it's N'Zoth again. Surprise, surprise. So when you attempt to see what he's up to, and you click on this eyeball weird thing that's pushing you away, making my little mountain form all sad, you basically get ripped into a manifestation of N'Zoth's vision of what Azeroth will be like, and you don't stand a chance. You get your ass kicked. The mobs are 2 levels higher, which we all know means death, and you get your ass kicked a bit. I managed to survive this bit because I was a tank. I think if I had have died, it would have just made me immune like it did at the end anyway, and I would have got pulled back out. So don't worry too much about surviving that. If you're worried about surviving, don't attack anything. You get ripped out before you get driven insane, and Wrathion's like, that is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Sorry I let you do that in the first place, but anyway, I know how to fix it, forgive me, let's go and fix it. So then he asks you to accompany him to Blackrock Mountain, where his little agent in the past was waiting there all suspiciously. So get into Blackrock Mountain. For the Alliance it's quite easy, just basically go to Stormwind, which is easy to get teleported to, and then fly across from there, easy peasy. For the Horde, the best thing to do is teleport to Zuldazar, the Great Seal, and then take a portal from there to Orgrimmar. From Orgrimmar, take a portal to the Twilight Highlands, and then fly from there. It's a little bit of a long flight, it'll take you like 5 minutes, but that seems to be the quickest way to get there right now. Once you're there, you embark on another quite decent scenario. You shut down some of the experiments that these people have been doing on the dragons, the mean, nasty people, and then you kind of tidy things up. They attempt to corrupt Wrathion again. The old gods are always trying this stuff on people. That doesn't work. Wrathion's just like, nope, I'm not having that. You help bust him out, and then Wrathion gets a chance to flex his new sort of man-ish, teenager-like dragon form, which, if I'm being honest, mate, I'm sorry Wrathion, but it was a little bit smaller than I thought. So then, as the nasties in this place were trying to basically use the remains of Anexia and Nefarian to corrupt more people, Wrathion realises that what he needs to do to stop them from doing this ever again is to completely destroy the remains. So you do this with the help of some claws that somehow managed to destroy an entire skeleton in a few swipes, and then you collect the scales. So then, for this next part, you need level 700 tailoring. This is quite an epic cloak. No, I'm kidding. You basically just take the scales back to the Chamber of the Heart, and Wrathion's like, boop, boop. There you go. There's his cloak, and you've got it. Very nice. So that's basically the gist of how to do this. So there we go. That's how we're going to be able to get our Legendary Cloak in 8.3. And from this point onwards, that's when we'll start learning how to power it up. And that'll be a video for another time. So guys, thanks very much for watching. I've been LazyBeast. Have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.